Welcome to Mentor Showcase Magazine, newly formed by Love in Motion Productions. Mentor Showcase Magazine will feature local and national untold stories of those giving back to others. We invite you to view our other pages and see an array of services we are offering to the community. Come and join us. We're excited to have you be a part of our new beginning as we seek to build lives and help others to succeed in leaving a living legacy.
Hello, and welcome to Mentor Showcase Magazine, where we feature ordinary people doing extraordinary things. I'm your host, Jerry Gibson, and today's guest is writer, author, actress. Should I go on?
You can stop right there, Mr. Gibson.
Miss Schelle Purcell.
Thank you.
I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Being
Thank you
here
for
with
having
us.
me.
I don't even know where to start, but why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
I am originally from Gulfport, Mississippi.
Okay.
Born and raised Southern girl. After Hurricane Katrina, I relocated to Raleigh, North Carolina, state of North Carolina. Oh, really?
Yes, from Jacksonville.
All right.
Yeah.
So I stayed there for 10 years
Wow.
and recently relocated here to Atlanta to kind of pursue that writer, director, actress, all of that stuff full time.
Okay.
So that's why I'm here.
How's that working out for you?
Wonderful.
Miss Purcell, the letters HWF concerning your company, what does that stand for?
Well, HWF, Holloway is my maiden name.
Okay.
Wright is my oldest daughter's last name.
Okay.
And Fairley is my baby girl's last name. I have a college graduate. She graduated from UNC Charlotte this past December and recently, yes, thank you, Lord, and recently moved here to Atlanta in February. And then Schelle is my freshman in high school. So I took those letters and put it together because those are my babies. And as my business grows, they'll have something that they can hold on to that is ours. So it was important for me to make certain that they had something to just continue growing and moving on and making some money.
I know that's right. Now, I read that you have close friends and family working in your company.
I do.
Now, we know the stories. Family members working together, friends working together, that can be a beast. I've had it, I've had family members work with me before, and, it was something when I had to write my own mother up, okay? Or my sister did. But anyway, how is that working out for you?
Well, it's not a huge organization, HWF,
Right.
and when I say it consists of family and friends, when I pulled the team together, it started in North Carolina. People who believed in my vision and wanted to kind of follow the journey with me. It all started out as like a volunteer type thing.
Okay.
And it was mainly some of my church family in North Carolina that I leaned heavily on. When you're putting together a business, you always find out people's strengths and their weaknesses.
Gotcha.
And so I took the strengths of each individual person and kind of put them where I knew that they were strong. And I could walk away because I have a problem that I'm working on, Mr. Gibson, with controlling stuff.
Okay.
Because in my mind, I already know how I want to get it done.
Exactly.
And as opposed to telling someone how to do it, I just would do it myself.
Right.
But
you can only duplicate yourself so many times, right?
And then I would get busted at, like, you don't give me a job, let me do it.
Okay.
And so I released that from me, and for a number of years, we have been very successful. I've written, directed, and produced 7 of my own stage plays. I have written, directed, and produced 4 short films.
Okay.
And I recently released my first feature film, 2 Wrongs. I premiered it here in Atlanta last year, and we just got a distribution deal for it.
Outstanding.
2-3 days ago.
So,
So
are you able to name the distribution company?
it is, what did he say? something. They're from Florida.
Okay.
But we have retail store distribution along with video on demand, so you'll be able to see it on Netflix and Hulu, as well as pick it up at Walmart and Target and Best Buy.
Outstanding.
Yes, I'm excited about that.
Because
when you're producing independent films, it's very hard to, number one, get support from people, and you pour your heart, soul, and your own finances into producing your own work. So it can be very trying, and for this to be my first feature film and to get distribution has been nothing but God. I guess he was like, all those ramen noodles you ate, I'm going to make sure we hook you up.
Reading a little bit about you, how do you keep such a tight schedule? I mean, is everything written down? Do you have an assistant? I mean, how is that done?
I don't have an assistant.
Okay.
I wish I did. Excuse me. I pray for the day where God says, well, I'm going to send somebody to help you. But my iPhone, thank you for whoever created it, sir. I've learned to, as soon as someone needs something, or if I have an agenda, to put it in my phone. And I create 2 reminder alerts, and then sometimes I get sidetracked and don't get that, and then I get that email, hey, don't forget, you're supposed to be so-and-so, and I'm like, oh. And I work full-time as well, but my job is very understanding, and some of my best supporters, my manager, when I first moved here, I made sure that I explained to him, I'm only going to be here temporarily.
Just a little while.
Just for a little while. So I'll do the job, I'll do the work, and he started making my schedule, and every time he would make my schedule, something would come up. And so he said, I can't do this with you anymore. Okay. I'm thinking I'm going to get in trouble.
Right.
He said, this is my password. You make the schedule. I can't do this anymore. So I kind of make my own schedule at work, and when I get auditions and things like that on the acting side of it, I just take my break, run to my audition, come back to work, and it's just been working for me. I've been so blessed, and one of my family members said, well, you've always had favor in that area. It ain't fair, but somebody has to have it. I said, I receive it.
On a daily grind, how does your schedule look? I mean, from waking up to laying down, what does your day look like?
Well, I start my mornings with, before I even get out of bed, I turn on a worship song and just kind of give praise for God doing it again. He didn't pull my card and say, come on home. So now I get to thank him for that. And I always say, God, what are we going to do today? Who are we going to meet? Whose life are we going to change? What am I supposed to do differently today? And I just get to go. And typically I work 9 to 5 at Best Buy, which is where I work. And periodically throughout the day, I'm doing different things. I was recently cast in a reality show called Single Mompreneurs of Atlanta. So we are working on pitching that show, and it's going great. And we recently got a PR person. So when we thought hiring her would kind of, put us out there, she immediately started booking stuff for us. So it was like we hired her on a Tuesday, and then by Friday we had an event, and I'm like, okay, so if this is any sign of what this is going to be like, I really need to buckle down with my calendar. And so throughout the day, I'm texting, I'm emailing, and then by the time it's time for me to get off, Monday and Wednesdays are my personal trainer days at the gym. Tuesdays, I teach an acting class in Beaufort. Thursday after hours is kind of my evening at home to write and focus on different things. That's before Scandal comes on. Then after Scandal, I can get back into the flow of things. And every night before I go to bed, I try to write me out a to-do list for the next day. And as my day progresses, I always check off things, because it's a way for me to keep up with my short-term goals, things that I want to get done, and I have to keep myself accountable. That's how I know I'm progressing. When I'm taking something off my list, I'm moving forward. But if there's a time where one thing comes off the list, I'm like, so what did you waste time not doing? Because that's an hour of my life I can't get back. So it's like, you want to always be moving forward. So I always make me a daily, goal list, a weekly list, and then I do every quarter, every 3 months. I want to be farther and farther along.
That sounds good.
Yeah, thank you.
We're going to downshift a little bit.
Okay.
You have a organization, a not-for-profit organization,
yes.
or non-profit organization, My Team, I think it is. Tell us a little bit about that.
My Team is my nonprofit organization that I'm working desperately with a grant writer to get some funding for. My Team stands for motivating youth through arts, education, and mentoring. Okay. And underneath that umbrella is another program that's called On Your Feet. With the On Your Feet program, I want to take teen mothers and educate them on coming off of public assistance with on-the-job training, with CPR for, teaching them how to care for their babies, and also a way to relax and kind of release things through the arts with the children who are, not teen moms. I have, and for them, the program consists of tutoring. Right. After school, each one of them will have a personal mentor, as well as they have to participate in something through the arts, whether it's dance, whether it's acting, whether it's music, whether it's singing. Those are the things that the program definitely will offer. So once you will finish with your homework portion of it, you get to go into that area of the arts to kind of focus on, what it is you want to do on an introductory level. And then we will have a program at the end of the month where we will showcase the things that we've been working on. Wow. So that's the whole goal of My Team, and it's exciting. Hopefully we'll be going 100% at the beginning of 2018, which is very exciting for me. I'm just kind of trying to set myself up to where I don't have to work at Best Buy anymore. I want to be in charge of my own life in that aspect. Even though I'm juggling it now, I want to be all me. And my daughters are also a part of my nonprofit because they are a part of my life. So I always try to include them in everything that I'm doing. Even with my production company, I've trained both of them in an area to where if I'm not available, both of them know exactly what Mama would want to happen or what Mama would want to do. One of them can run the front of the house, and the other one can, run the back of the house, and that's just something that I teach them. When I'm getting ready for casting calls, my oldest daughter, she is a movie buff. She loves watching movies. So I kind of lean on her when it comes to, picking cast members for different projects. We meet, and I say, hey, this is what I want this person to look like. This is how they should come across in their audition. And she goes through and selects those people who will audition for me. And Schelle, my baby girl, she likes money. Oh, yeah. So she want to be at the front door taking money. Yeah, Mama, I'll take the money. So it's fun, introducing them to that part of my life and then watching them grow as the company grows. And then when we take on other endeavors together, it's me and the babies. And that's it. My family is so supportive. They all still live in Mississippi. Right. So when I talk to my mom, it's like, I know you busy. I just want to say hey. Right. My dad is like, well, what are you working on? And then my brother is like, Schelle Purcell. He calls my whole name when I answer the phone. He's like, Schelle Purcell, what are you doing? It's kind of like that in the South, though. Yes. And what do you want? And my sister, she is amazing. She has 5 boys, so family kind of runs, real deep for us. And when I go home, it's always some good eating, some trips down memory lane, and it's just amazing the support that I get from them.
What's your motivation, Ms. Purcell? What motivates you to do what you do?
Well, for my daughters to be able to see me in a different light and always be proud of, who I am. Whether I help someone on a small level or a larger scale, I want them to always be able to say, that's my mom, and this is what she brought to the table for us. And then instilling in them the right morals and values in everyday life and how to treat people regardless of how they treat you, and how to forgive people when they hurt you. Anything that I can give to them that they can also give back. it's motivation for me. Everything is not always all rosy and pretty, and they understand that. And to have them grow and be in the struggle with me, and it makes them appreciate it more as God elevates me to different levels. They saw us when we were eating ramen, and now when we can go and we can all have steak. Yeah, you know, they appreciate those moments.
Yeah.
And it's just to always be able to help someone else. It's like I always say, when I get there, God, I want my mama to be able to retire, so I just want to dump a whole bunch of money in her account because she loves Ross. Oh my gosh. Anywhere she goes, she's like, can you check and see if it's a Ross there? So I want her to have it.
She got a Ross, she's happy, right?
Yes, it's plenty Ross shopping money, and she wants, I just want that. And my brother plays golf, and my sister. It's just always motivating for me to think of what I can do for my family, to always make sure that they can be in a position to help someone else. I don't know what it is.
Well, for that aspiring person that's seen some of your work and wants to be you, who wants to be that writer, who wants to be that actress, who wants to be on their own production company, what advice would you have? What advice would you give them?
Don't be afraid to fail, and step out on faith. Wow. When I got ready to move here to Atlanta, I had been in corporate America for 10 years. Okay. And corporate America, it is what it is when you work there. It funded everything I needed to fund when it came to building my company and producing my shows and whatnot. So it served its purpose. When I was ready to finish my film, Two Wrongs, I had a decision to make. What are you going to do? Where are you going to go from here? So I just said, God, you didn't set me up this far to not finish what I've started. Right. He is so complete. So I took my 401k, left corporate America, packed up my daughter, and we left. We came to Atlanta, and at the time, my oldest daughter was in her junior year of college, and I told her, I said, I'm going to Atlanta because I feel like I've done all that I'm supposed to do here in North Carolina, and I was so scared. I didn't know anybody, in here in Atlanta. You had your friends from high school or whatnot, but not that person that can be like, well, if you can't find a place to stay, you and your daughter can come live with, with us. But I stepped out on faith, and I trusted God for everything that He said that He would do for me. Everything that I prayed for, I'm a strong believer. If you ask Him for it, He's going to give it to you.
Ask and act.
Yes.
That's my
and so that's what I did. I asked Him, and I packed that Honda up, and I was out. And when I moved here, things began to happen that only God could kind of nudge me and say, I got you. And I got an agent here. I started teaching acting here and working with children because I love working with young people. So when I got the job to be an acting coach, it was like, okay, now I'm fulfilling the joy of teaching and acting and working with young people because I did that at my church in North Carolina. So He just started filling all of these voids, and to me, it was Him speaking, saying, I told you I got you.
Wow.
I told you I got you.
Isn't that something?
Yes, and so things they've been taking off, Mr. Gibson, and I wake up every morning with a thankful spirit because I know that I still have work to do, and I'm ready. Wow. I tell Him all the time, I'm ready, God, what we're going to do different today.
How important is it to you to give back?
Someone gave something to me, whether it was a chance, whether it was a meal, whether it was a hug and a prayer, let me lean on them, a phone number to reach out to someone is very important to be able to help someone else along the way. And what I've learned also is not to be afraid to ask for help.
Now, see, that's a problem I used to have.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. And you have not because you ask not. So it's very important.
In the next 5 years, what would you like to see your company?
I would like HWF Productions to be that go-to production company, whether it's for independent films or larger scale films. We can do commercial work, we can do short films, we can do feature films, we can do sitcoms, you name it. And it's simply when you surround yourself with positive people who are doing positive things. I had to make sure that people, understand for me. What's for me is for me. Mm-hmm. You telling me something, or you helping me with something, or you giving me this person's phone number or introducing me to this person, it's not going to take anything away from you, because what is for you is for you.
Oh, definitely.
Right? So when it comes to the company, you can throw the name out there anywhere where it's supposed to land and who's supposed to ask me to produce their next thing. That was supposed to happen
Isn't
for me.
that something?
Yeah, so I would love to produce more independent films for people who started just, where I started with my independent film life. Mm-hmm. And I would love to produce something on a larger scale, because I love directing. I love making words come to life. That's why it was important for me to have a hand in directing all of my projects. And now I've been asked by people to direct their projects, because when you can take someone's creativity mm-hmm. and make it show up on a screen and add your creative juice to it mm-hmm. and make them say, wow, that just gives me goosies. I just be like, yes, we did that. And I love everything about the entertainment industry. I love everything about, helping people in different areas of their life. I love coaching, everything about it. And if, someone said, if you could wake up every day and do a job and not get paid for it, that's how you know that is your gift. That is what you're supposed to be doing. And I would act, direct, write, produce every day. If I could and not get a check, I would like a check, though.
I know. that kind of make it all worthwhile, right?
Yes, but if I had to, I would do it over and over and over again. My mom tells me all the time, she said, I know you're in your element, I'll call you back. But that's that thing for me.
Right.
That's it.
If someone wanted to contact you,
yeah.
as a coach or, as a part of your my team, or how would they do that?
You can go to hwfproductions.com. There is a form there that you can fill out, whether if it's for actors, if you want to submit something, your headshot, your resume, even if you don't have a headshot and resume and you're interested in how to get started in the entertainment industry, that form is there for that. I'm on social media as Schelle Purcell. That's SCHELLEPURCELL. I'm on Facebook as Schelle H. Purcell.
Okay.
And that's it. People can follow me. My daughter recently told me, because my Instagram page was private. Right. And she's like, Mom, if you're going to be a real star, you need to make your Instagram page not private. Yeah, and I was like, but I don't. She said, Taraji P. Henson, her page is not private. And she's a real star. I was like, well, wait a minute. But I went and made that page not private. Okay. And so, and after I did that, more people started following me, and I was like, oh, okay.
Makes sense, huh?
Yes, it made perfect sense. And yes, and it rules the world. And I just don't understand, because we were talking with somebody about the reality show, and the person said, well, what is you all's presence, each cast member individually, what is their presence on social media? And I was like, well, I have this, and I have this, and I have this, and these people have this. And they were like, that's okay. But so then, of course, we had to revamp and start, pushing more stuff on our social media pages to have more of a presence there.
For sure.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, well, since social media is now in charge of who I really am. But, sometimes you have to do what you have to do to get in those positions for people to kind of see.
You gotta be wrong,
that's right.
Ms. Purcell, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much.
And I hope in 5 years I'm able to interview you again.
Yes.
And definitely see that you've gotten to where you're supposed to get to.
I'm excited.
thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you,
so much.
you. And everybody can go and see the trailer
Okay.
for Single Mompreneurs of Atlanta. The show creator, Miriam Centiver, she was genius when she came up with the concept of the show, because I am a business owner, and so is she, and all the other cast members are as well. And we're single parents.
Right.
And so it's not just, single mom business owners. It is from the struggle of it, to the letdowns, to the audition no's, to the customers you can't really understand what they're saying. And one of the girls is a baker, and one of the other girls is a plus-size fashion designer. So we all represent somebody totally different in the single mom family. And then we showed the trailer to a couple of women who were married, and they're like, this is golden for us, because at any minute we could be single parents, or we were single parents before we got married. So it's a huge audience out there for the reality show, and we're looking forward to taking it to the next level and being that new reality show to watch, along with more acting opportunities for myself and producing. And I'm just happy to be in Atlanta. I'm happy that I was at the event where I met Ms. Dominique to be able to have this opportunity to sit down with you. And I thank you so much for being so patient with getting this scheduled for us. So,
well, we appreciate you. And for those of you who follow us, go to Men-torshowcaseMagazine.com to see this interview in its entirety. And please like us on Facebook. Thank you so much for your time.